next let's move on to shoes. So first up is my first pair of black shoes. These are rocking horse shoes from Antaina on Taobao, and I honestly love these a lot. I wish they had the wood grain, but I know that Antaina doesn't do that anymore, so I would like to get another pair of rocking horse shoes in the future that actually do have the wood grain, but these guys are some of the most comfortable shoes I own, surprisingly. The foam that they use for the base is really, really cushiony, and it really supports your feet well, so I really enjoy wearing this pair. And it does come with like the ballerina strap thingies that go up your leg, but I take them off because I just don't use them. I just use this like ankle strap, and that's how I wear them typically. But yeah, these are some of my favorite shoes. So next up is my other black pair of shoes. These are platforms from Angelic Imprint, and I think these might actually be replicas. I didn't know that they were replicas when I bought them, so I have sort of mixed feelings about that, but what are you gonna do? I wouldn't fit brand anyway, because I wear like in Chinese and European sizes. My shoe size is typically 44, so most brands don't make that size anyways, so I don't feel like too terribly bad about it. But yeah, these are not comfortable. They do hurt to wear pretty soon after you put them on. However, they are gorgeous. They have this satin ribbon lace up at the top, and they're cute enough that I'll put up with the pain, honestly. They're cute enough that I'll put up with the pain. I will say, I own two pairs of shoes that I've fallen in, and this is one of them. If you were at Royal Vegas Retreat, you may have witnessed my epic fall in these shoes. I had two epic falls at RVR, and this was the worst of them. So I try to be very cautious walking in these shoes. I try to remember to not rush, to walk at a reasonable speed, and to not go beyond my means. And next up is my only pair of pink shoes. These are platforms, also from Angelic Imprint, also I think unfortunately replicas. Again, didn't know that when I bought them. But yeah, these are really cute. They're honestly sort of a lavender toned pink, so I really want to get more of a warm toned pink in the future. And also probably like a flat shoe that is pink, because this is the other pair of shoes that I've fallen in, the other cause of my epic fall at RVR. Just, I'm talking flat on the face, folks. It was not pretty. Thankfully I didn't like damage anything, like my body or my clothes, but these guys can be tricky, so similarly to my last pair, I do try to remember to be cautious in these shoes. But yeah, they are super cute, and I honestly do wear them a lot. I think I'm getting, like, I'll be real, I never wore heels or platforms before I started wearing Lolita, which is fairly recent in my personal history, so I'm still getting used to it. I think I've gotten a little bit better at walking in these shoes, but you know, practice makes perfect and all that. So next up is my only pair of navy shoes, and these are from Antaina. They're like a chunky heel. They have these bows on the front. There used to be bows on the back, but I lost them at RVR. Like, I left my hotel room with the bows on the heels, and I arrived at the convention without them. So they're lost, dunno. But honestly, this is like a super dark shade of navy. Like, even now on camera and in most photos, they do not read as navy. They look more navy in real life, but they do look black on camera. So I'd like to get another pair of navy shoes that is like a slightly brighter version of navy, just so that they read more navy in photos, and also because these shoes are my most uncomfortable. Platforms are a health hazard, but heels hurt much more to me. And these guys, they are a pain to walk in. Like, when I was at RVR, I wore these on the first day, and I left the convention to change shoes into those enormous pink platforms because they were more comfortable. So yeah, I do like these, and I do wear them a lot because I wear Memories Garden a lot, but I do definitely need to diversify my navy portfolio when it comes to shoes. Next up is my other, I guess my third pair of Antaina shoes. These are my Saks shoes, and I love these guys. Unlike the navy shoes, which have a bit of a higher heel, these guys are very comfortable. I don't have to put Dr. Scholl's in these. They have, you know, the crisscross, the bow on the front and on the back. I love wearing these. My only issue with them is that this shade of Saks is so light that in photos it appears white, and it kind of looks that way on camera now. They do look more Saks in person, but I should probably get another pair of Saks shoes that is a bit more saturated. But yeah, for the time being, they serve their purpose and I really like them. This is my last pair of shoes and my only mint pair of shoes. I bought these specifically for my only mint dress, Captain Cherry Cake. These are from Cotton Candy Feet, and I think these are like the Mahou Bow Flats, maybe? They're super cute, like they're just good basic Lolita shoes, and they're uber comfortable. They are like, after I received these in the mail, I like went out and bought the red pair immediately, so I'm really looking forward to having another pair of shoes from them. In fact, I think going forward, unless I'm like looking for a very specific shoe design, I will probably be buying most of my shoes from Cotton Candy Feet because I was so impressed by these shoes. So this is my collection of Legwear. I keep them all in these two little boxes with cubby holes. The cubby holes are a little bit too small. I sometimes have to do like one sock per hole if the material is thicker. So I really need to get new ones, also because I'm going to run out of space soon. But for now they serve their purpose. And I'll just show a couple of my favorite pairs. So next up is my favorite style of socks, which are just basic OTKs or knee socks with lace ruffles at the top. I never tire of this style. I hope to eventually have a pair in every color under the rainbow. I own one pair that is from Meta. I own 3 pairs that are from the Black Ribbon. I recommend all of them, but I do prefer the Black Ribbon just because they're a little bit stretchier, a little bit more comfortable on me because I'm plus size. I can't recommend the Black Ribbon enough. I received this pair in the mail not too long ago and then immediately bought these 2 same day. And I'm sure pretty soon I'm going to own literally every pair they make. So next up we have some OTKs from Sock Dreams. Even though they sort of look very different in size, these actually all hit around the same place on my thigh. Sock Dreams is one of the only places I've found that makes socks that actually go above my knee, so I do love them for that. And I also own a pair of like plain black OTKs, but those are in the wash and I forgot to grab them, so you know. Next up, let's talk about tights. I do own some tights from other brands, but 99% of my wardrobe is from Snag Tights. They make the best tights pretty much ever. They are super soft, super durable. They come in a million like amazing prints and designs, and they come in a ton of sizes, so pretty much anyone can buy from them, and I do love them for that, but I can't get enough of these tights. Like I said, I own like 10 pairs, but these 3 are my most worn. We have just black with gold little bows, then we have black constellation print in gold, then the same print but with navy and silver. And I find that these 3 tights can pretty much carry almost any outfit in my wardrobe, so I do wear them a lot. So these are most of my accessories, at least most of my like commonly worn pieces and favorites. For time, I'm just gonna highlight a few faves, but I would say that accessories are sort of the most well-rounded aspect of my wardrobe right now, just because I can get lost on Etsy. I can wander into Etsy and then come out 3 days later a changed woman, you know? So let's get started. So I'll start down at the front with some like fascinators that I got from Beholder Fashions on Etsy. I wear the strawberry jam jar a lot with sweet berry gingham, but the donut and the ice cream don't really go with anything I currently own because I bought them to match dresses that I sold. This guy I could probably still use with cats and cherry cake, but I haven't tried it yet. Probably should. Next up, I'm going to cover some stuff from one of my favorite shops on Etsy, Petite for 100. This is my favorite item that I own from them, which is this like chain brooch, and it's gorgeous, you know? I also own a bracelet from them. It is also gorgeous, but I don't wear it as often because I need someone to help me put this on, and I'm usually getting into Lolita by myself. But this swan bracelet goes with like basically everything I own, so I love it. Let's talk Tiny Passerine. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I own so much jewelry from Tiny Passerine. I own this necklace in a bunch of colors just because it's so pretty, it's so well made, and it goes with everything kind of. This is another necklace from that shop, and I never grow tired of it. I own a bunch of rings and other stuff from them and earrings, and highly recommend. Next, let's talk about Sweet Dolly House. They're also on Etsy and can't recommend them enough. They just make the most adorable food jewelry. I wear these even with non-food prints because they like match the motifs, and I just can't get enough of them. I own a bunch of stuff from Sweet Dolly House, but this is what I can hold in one hand. Let's talk BB&B. I don't own a ton of pieces from BB&B, but I would love to get more soon. This swan, I guess it's a macaron, this like swan macaron necklace I wear just all the time. I also have this royal cookie necklace from them that I also wear a bunch. And I have some earrings from them too, but the quality is just so high, and I really need to buy more stuff from them. I want to shout out an Etsy shop who made these two rings that I own a bunch of pieces from, but I don't know how to pronounce the name of the shop, so I'll put it on screen. But these are probably my most worn rings. They go with almost everything in my wardrobe, and I really want to get this swan ring in like every color under the sun because I mostly own meta prints, and there's almost always a swan in the print, so if I have one in every color, you can never go wrong. So next up, let's talk wrist cuffs. Admittedly, my wrist cuffs could use some work. I actually just ordered 3 more pairs, but they haven't arrived yet, so I'll show you my favorites of what I have now. This pair I got to go with cats and cherry cake. It is just mint tricolor ribbons. They are super fluffy and soft and amazing. I got these from Junie Fantasy Parlor. I think they have an Etsy shop and like a standalone shop, and I really like these. I recently got these pink ones from Onagaishi shop. They're also very nice. But most of my wrist cuffs are from Peacock Allurum on Etsy, and highly, highly, highly recommend. Like value for price and quality can't be beat. I have this pink and blue pair. I have this green, black, and gold pair that I got specially made to go with Twinkle Journey. And then I have just a plain white pair for when you need just a plain white pair. So next up is headwear. For the most part, I like to wear like KCs and bow clips and stuff, but I also own a couple hats. I'm not going to show my rectangle headdresses just because I don't wear them very often, but I do have a few if the need arises. First up, we have this custom boater hat I had made by Sacra Fairy on Etsy. like, they did just a phenomenal job. I had this custom made to go with Sweet Berry Gingham, and they did just a phenomenal job. I actually just ordered like a custom tricorn hat to go with Swan Lake, so I'm very excited to receive that when it does arrive. My one and only beret is this collaboration beret with Headwear and Moss Badger. I don't love the way the berets look on me, but this one was just so pretty that I couldn't pass it up. In terms of bow clips, most of mine are from Me Likes Tea. They're just really nice bow clips, and I'd actually like to get a lot more of them in different colors and get their different styles, because they're just really versatile pieces that you can wear with almost any cord. Lastly, I'll talk a little bit about my head bows. Honestly, I don't own matching head bows for most of my main pieces, just because most of my main pieces are from Meta, and while I do love Meta's dresses, I do not always love their matching head accessories, and they also don't make a ton of head bows anymore. So, like, this one I really like. This is the matching head bow for Swan Garden. It's chunky. It's a chunky bow, and it's huge, so it gives a lot of volume on the head. I have a bunch of these, let me straighten this out a little bit. A bunch of these Aquila head bows from Me Likes Tea, and I'm actually planning on getting more soon in more colors, just because they're super versatile, they go with everything, and they're really nice for layering head bows, because I find that, like, I really like to, like, wear 3 bows at a time, and it's hard to do that when they're all printed, so having, like, solid head bows like this really helps out. This is another head bow. This is like the ice cream shop head bow from Belladonna Lolita. You can get these made in any color or in a combination of colors, and I like this one so much. I really need to get more of this in different colors. This one is another one of my favorites. It's the matching head bow for Daydream Carnival. I really only wear it with Daydream Carnival, but I wear it almost every time I wear Daydream Carnival because I love this head bow so much. This is a head bow from Peacockalorum on Etsy. It's really, really nice. This one I don't wear all the time because I find that it's like best worn flat on your head rather than pointed up because of how the band is. Oops. You can also slide it around and adjust it as you just saw, but it's really nice. It has like this gold lace trim and this chain and little charms. It's really, really nice. I guess the last head bow I want to point out is one of my, count them, 2 items that I own from Baby the Stars Shine Bright, and it is, I don't know what the proper name for this head bow is. I just know that it is baby and that it is kind of old, but it's like a plain black head bow that you can count on to just do the job. So yeah, those were some of my favorite head bows. Ooh, I also thought it was worth mentioning that I keep my head bows on this thingamajiggy. It is, I found it on Amazon, and it's actually like intended to be like a holder for Disneyland or Disney World like mouse ears, but it works really, really nicely for head bows as well. So that is everything in terms of my wardrobe tour for 2022. So I hope to see you again next year. Bye!